Hello again. Good morning. Good morning,
Good
Veronica.
morning. Morning,
Hello,
Daniel.
hello.
Jay. You're not talking, LJ.
So I'm going to go ahead and let Veronica take it away, and she can start sharing her screen and go from there.
Okay, let's see. There. Is that Nico? Hi, Nico.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, so right now I received a purchase order and I'm working on, hang on just a second. Here's my purchase order. I'm checking the pricing. Here we go. I've looked into it and this is due for requote. Let me see if I can move this over. And I'm working on getting this quoted. So it's for a nameplate. It's two lines of the same nameplate. So they're going to want two different shipments, so different releases. And this is where I'm going to do my quote. I'm going to enter in my purchase order number right here. So when it makes it to estimating, they know we have a PO for it. And then right
Um,
here, yes, go ahead.
Veronica, I have a small question. I'm still a little bit confused on the purchase order. I just want to confirm. Purchase order is when the customer already is buying, right? Like they
Yes, they
already,
are submitting a PO for parts.
and they already like paid us, or they will pay us, or
We won't get paid until the parts are actually shipped out.
oh, okay,
So some customers are prepay, which means they can't receive their order until they pay first. And then some customers are on terms, net 30,
okay.
next 60. So
But our work as a customer service is it's over on the when we receive the PO and the follow up on that, or we need to continue to like I don't know, do a next step, something like that with the customer.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understood your question.
Yes. What I'm asking is, once we receive the PO,
Mhm.
um, like, what else do we need to do? Like, do we also create the shipment? We also like create the order with the warehouse or something like that?
Um, I'll show you how to go through the estimate, and then I believe I have a PO and I can show you how it gets entered,
Okay.
if that'll work for you. So like this, they submitted their order. The pricing needs to be updated, so I'm going to submit it to estimating. And then once I submit it, I'm going to let the customer know that it was it needed to be reviewed and that we'll send out pricing if it goes up. If not, we'll get it entered and we'll send out order confirmation.
That's what I was asking. Like
Oh, okay.
the next steps after the PO. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Okay, so their order is going to be for 500 pieces. I'm going to go right here to edit where the part number is. Make sure we have the quantity for 500, which we do. So I'm going to save it. And then your estimate status needs to be pending. And then I have the right buyer right here, my PO number, and this is a rerun. So I'm going to hit R and then I'm going to hit save. And then here's my uh, estimates. And right here, I'm going to look up the quote so I can add the PO to my quote. And then I know you can't see it on this one because I opened up a new one, but I did sign and save my PO. You always want to sign and save your purchase orders.
Yes, on the folder on the
It'll
MSI.
go, so like right here, you would sign and save it, which is this little guy. you would hit your save button, and then your folder is POs
2025.
2025. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to get out of that one since I already have one open right there. So here's my pending quote. I'm going to come into the estimate images. I'm going to remove the old PO. And I'm going to add mine.
And why do you remove the old one?
So when it goes into production, they don't get confused and come to you and say the right PO is not in there. Maybe they don't scroll all the way down and they pick the first one they see. So you just remove the old PO. So there's no confusion. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to send it over to estimating. Here's the email. I'm just going to hit forward. This is a house account, so I'm not going to CC a sales rep.
What is a house account?
There's no sales rep for that account. It's
It's usually
just,
Oh,
go ahead,
it's u-
LJ.
it's usually an account that doesn't have a lot of activity, so they don't have a dedicated salesperson or customer service like, representative.
okay. It's the small accounts that we were talking before, right?
Yes, that is correct. It'll be the small account.
Okay.
So on your subject line, you want to enter in your quote number, you enter in your Q, your, what is that? Colons, your parentheses,
Uh-huh.
and then inside you want to put your quote number.
We already had the discussion with Johnny. We didn't find the name for those.
I had to think about it for a second. And then you just type out your email.
Sorry, just a small question. Yeah, if it weren't a house order, who would you be CCing?
Whoever your sales rep is. If it was
Okay.
Rochelle, you would add Rochelle or Adam,
Okay. Got it.
whoever's assigned
Got
to
you.
that account. And then I'm just gonna send it on over and let the customer know. Oh, let's see. Thank you. Ah,
Mhm.
and then my signature isn't popping up for some reason. There we go. And then I'm gonna unflag this because it came in yesterday, and I'm gonna put it with my quotes. That's just for the quotes that I've sent out. And then these are the reports for estimates to follow up on. I'm sure Johnny went over that with you guys, right?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, every morning you'll get a report for MSI and MSD quotes that you have active. And then when you have time, you go through and you follow up on your quotes, and then it'll show you every time you've followed up. So these are my MSD quotes that I have active.
Okay.
And then the same for MSI, it's going to look exactly the same.
Hmm. But do you mean the quotes that are pending that you haven't like follow up?
So right here, if there's on the status,
Uh,
pending means it's still with estimating. These active ones are the ones you want to follow up on.
what does the active mean?
That we've sent the quote out to the customer already. Like we've already quoted the part and we're just waiting for them to either respond if they're going to want to place an order or maybe they need to update something. You just follow up to see if you can get the order on those parts.
Okay, so it would be following up with the customer about, okay, is this the quote that I provided? Are you going to proceed?
Yes.
Something like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I only had the P, W, and K, but didn't have A.
Uh, EW? Oh, one.
Yeah, just
Sorry.
on the
Sorry.
no
Okay, I'm gonna
problem.
move on to my next email from David. And it looks like he had an issue with two pieces and he would like an RMA. He sent a picture and he's pointing out what's wrong with the part. And I would just send this over to quality. I need to find the PO and the job number that it came off of because you're going to want to tell quality, which he,
What's the
Sorry, what's an
meaning of
RMA?
meaning of RMA?
Yeah.
Return material authorization.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
put them for LJ. Help.
Yeah, we're just so used to using acronyms. It's sometimes you forget what it means.
I don't like being put on the spot. Sorry, guys. She gave you a heads up.
no problem.
And then right here, he calls out the PO number. So from here, we would forward this to quality.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, external rejects.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. And then we do the BCC and we hit submit rejects. And then your job number is going to go right here. So it shows up on their dashboard, correct, LJ?
Yes, that is correct.
I'm going to grab this PO number so I can get the job number. All right, let me move this over. PO. And I'm going to use the last job number we sent out. And fire research, anytime they have like they look at their parts through a microscope. So they send a lot of rejects back to us to get a credit.
Rejects is a department.
It's bad parts rejects, and all of rejects go to quality for them to review.
Okay. So basically, like all the return materials go to the rejects.
Yes. Anything
Okay.
that a customer has an issue with, we would send it over to quality. Anything I'm missing on that, LJ? As far
No,
as like things that customers aren't happy with, you can take it to the 8:30 and then if you're not
yes.
sure and they'll
Yes,
go ahead.
yeah. So normally, yes, when you have an email like this with information that the customer is not happy with the parts they received, yes, you will go ahead and send it to external rejects as she has it and CC submit rejects so it'll appear on their dashboard. And you just make sure that you have the job number that it was last produced on. Sometimes, just a side note is that we will produce parts on one master job and then we will ship it on releases. So when you have that, always submit the last release, but also put in the body where she's putting the email information down there where she's typing in. You'll also put the lot number so that way they can go back and refer back to the master production job.
And
Okay,
then
and
go ahead. I'm sorry.
sorry, the checklist for us to do this is it on the where is it? Or we don't have that?
It is part of
L-
our work instructions that you'll see as you're reading through those customer service work instructions, work
Uh-huh.
procedures. It's in there, and we'll go across it. You won't get very well, it just depends on the accounts that you receive. You probably won't get very many. So it's hard to really teach it until you actually get one. So the first time
Oh,
you get it, let me know and I'll walk you through it.
I see it here. Isn't the PDF procedure for reporting and recording external rejects?
That is
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So no problem.
Mm. So for rejects, I like to include the sales rep, and then I just go ahead and also CC the three people from quality, which is Patrick, Sangul, and Andrea. And then I'll go ahead and send this off. And then I'll let David know that I've sent this over to quality.
Okay. I'm gonna start like my checklist of people of different departments because there's a lot of different departments.
There is actually a printout of all of that.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I'll send you that printout.
Nice. Thank you.
So from here, typically quality will look at it, and if it is a reject for us, we'll just get with quality, we'll get with accounting, and then accounting will make the credit and we'll send it over to the customer. But if we don't think it's a reject, then me and the salesperson will go back to the customer and let them know, and then go from there.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and file that away. And then my next one is actually a purchase order. Gonna open it. Get this way. Whoops. What and why? Wait, did I stop sharing?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is sign and put my little name and date here. And then I'm going to look up the part number, make sure the revision is correct, and check the pricing.
I had a question about that
Go ahead.
yesterday. Yeah, I keep seeing rep one, rep two, rep. What is it?
It's the revision for the part. You want to
What does
make
that mean?
sure. So right here, here's your revision. So if they make a change, you'll get a new drawing for revision 5. And
Oh,
maybe they send you a PO for revision 5, but we don't have a revision 5 in ENT, so you would reach back out and say, we've only produced revision 4. Can you send over the drawing for revision 5? And then you would get that revision quoted.
okay, I get it. So it's basically like for us to not get lost with the different drawings of the customer.
Yes.
And okay,
And we
I
want to
get
make
it.
sure we produce the right revisions so we don't have any rejects.
I see.
And if you were to
X.
receive a PO without a revision, you would want to go back to the customer and ask them to add the revision to the PO to ensure that we're producing the correct revision.
Got it. Thank you, Veronica.
Mhm. Bring this back over here, and I'm going to enter in the part number. Oh, we are at revision F. Revision F. we last quoted this part in April. This is an MO, so it goes to WANA. So this quote is still good. Let me check that the pricing on the PO is still right. Let me see. They're ordering 310 pieces, so they would use a 300 piece part price. And we're good. So I am going to go ahead and save this. And then I'll send it over to Camellia since it's a rerun, and she'll get it entered and send out the order confirmation.
I'm sorry, Veronica. I got lost in that part. What did you see exactly, and why did you say like everything is fine?
Okay, let me go back. Is it still open? I can't see my bar. So right here, they're going to be using the 300 piece price.
Uh-huh.
That's 924. They have 9247, which is, it's okay. So the pricing's good. So we're okay to send it over to Camellia to get it entered.
But the pricing is different, isn't it?
It's off by some pennies.
Oh, okay, so is that okay?
Yeah, that is okay. Do you want to
Okay.
give them a little explanation on that, LJ?
Yeah, hold on a minute. I'm trying to, because your price is for 310, that one's for 3.
100.
So, right. So, ah, sorry, trying to do my multiplication here and it's not helping. 240. Okay, so they actually, yes. So they must have they must have calculated it differently. When was the last time they placed this order? Veronica?
I was on mute. Okay, I'm gonna look it up right here. 16350.
2215. All right.
Going slow, sorry.
No, it's okay because we're looking for the same thing. Well, you're looking for estimate wise. I'm looking job wise. Oh, so the last job we did was back in 2024.
We ran it in April 2025.
Okay. Oh, earlier this year for 300. And okay. So the previous quote before that was for the I hit the wrong thing. Sorry. Okay.
The last
Oh,
order was for 300, and they did use the correct pricing on that.
yes. So we will, so Camellia will actually, she'll run it at the correct price then. I was just trying to see if they were including, you know how sometimes they'll add a setup charge or an expedite.
Into the piece price.
Correct. And that's why I was trying to see what the extra, what they were rounding it from, but you can't really tell. But it looks like Camellia had entered it at the 0.94, so she'll enter it correctly and send them an updated send them an acknowledgement showing the correct price.
Does that answer your question?
No. So that was fine in the end?
So sometimes what happens is the customer receives a price from a previous year and they'll continue to use that price. However, if the price is actually lower, we will give them the lower price for that.
Okay.
Now, Now, if the price is higher, we will reach out to the customer and ask them to send us a revised PO with the updated price for the higher unit price.
So in this case, as it is lower, then we can continue.
Correct.
So when Camellia sends the order confirmation, she'll have it at the correct pricing. And when they get billed, they'll be billed for the correct unit price.
Yes, since it's lower than what they have on their PO. If our pricing is higher than what they have on their PO, then we have to get a revised PO before we can process the order. So that way they acknowledge that they do know of the price increase.
But this is not the case for this one because we got the 0.94 and they got 0.92.
Correct. You see, actually, our price is less by, where's the PO again, Veronica? Yeah, so
Right.
you can see it's 0.9427 on theirs, and our price is 0.24. Is that right, Veronica?
Let me move that over. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Okay, I think our price is 0.94, right?
Yes, 0.94.
And their price is, one second,
Right here.
0.942. So it's the same, no?
Yes. It's just
Okay.
because it rounds up on their end.
Why is it 0.92 on the other PDF you have open?
Are you talking about this one?
The other one behind that one.
This one.
Yes. What's that something different?
This is the actual price on the quote. And it could be just their system, how their system rounds up the numbers. Hang on just a second.
So when a customer sends in the orders, they usually we'll send them the quotes when they ask for pricing, and sometimes they will type it in. Sometimes, believe me, I've seen it several times where a customer will do a typo.
Oh.
And so that's why you'll see a different price. But again, because our price is lower than what is on their PO, we will go ahead and submit the order in and send them an order acknowledgement with the lower price on there. The only time let's say that the price was, they ordered, let's see.
Yes,
If they,
oh, sorry.
no, you're fine. So do
Yes,
you,
I don't want to get fixated on this. Just trying to understand it because you're telling me when they get the price, when our price is lower, then everything is fine. But I can see here that our price is higher and they're sending at 0.92 and we have 0.94. So we have
yes.
higher.
No, actually our price is lower. So the screen here on the right, where you see the prices on the right hand side, that's our quote. That's our quote. That's what we're telling them the price is. So on their PO, when you see over here where it says purchase order, for under the unit price, their price is actually higher by 2 cents.
Oh, okay, I got it. That was the issue.
Yeah, no, it just takes time to realize, what where you're looking at and everything. It's going to take time.
Okay, okay, I got it. Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
so much for the explanation.
no problem. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this PO right here in the 2025. You put the customer name. Get that out of my way. Gems. And then you want to put in the PO number 2091735 and then your initials. And then you save that. I'm gonna close out of this. Move this over here. And then I'm gonna forward this over to Camellia. You wanna
Camelia
attach.
was in the department of.
She's order entry, so she sits with CS.
Okay.
She does a lot. A lot.
Oh, I remember. I remember her from the.
She doesn't do just order entry. She does a lot of different things, which you'll
Org chat.
probably see when you work with her.
Yes, I remember from the org chart that she was to the site.
And then just say signed and saved, and I send it over to her, and she'll get it entered. And then I will acknowledge Brenda. Why isn't my signature popping up?
Let me see. Oh, because you have it on, where's your, I'll show you how to fix it.
Okay. How?
Oh, so go ahead and go back to, like you're going to reply, let them know they're,
Like I'm okay.
mm-hmm. And so right now, go, hit pop out. Okay, so over here under, uh, format text, I think that's it. Yeah. So hit HTML. And then now you should be able to go back to insert, click on signature, and it should pop in. It should populate now.
So how did
Nice.
that go away?
So what happens is that some customers, when they send an email from their automated system, it sends it in a different format. So that way, when you're replying back to them, because our system uses HTML in order for our signatures to populate, you have to switch it back. And it looks like it's this email, the PO email is an automated email. So it comes from their automated CRM. So if it
Okay.
ever happens again that you don't see it, it's because you got to go and change the format.
I learn something new every day.
Imagine
Okay.
us.
I mean, I've been here, what, 3 years, and you really do just keep learning something new every day. LJ told me that when I first started, and I was like, really? But no,
Yes,
it,
I
you really do.
believe me. Yes, even Sheila and I learn something new every day too. So
Yes. And then, always ask questions when you have questions. LJ and Sheila are great.
I'm doing my best to continue to asking questions.
That's the only way you're going to learn. So my next email was this quote. I'm going to send it over to the customer, and I'm gonna look, let's see. Pretty sure this was Amanda who sent it to me. Once you start learning your customers, you'll remember their names. Let's see what pops up.
BRB,
Uh,
just a second.
oh, I can keep going though, right?
Yes, BRB. I'm going to the bathroom. Just a second.
Okay. Okay. So
Right
here's
here,
where she
just muted because my
requested the
allergies
quote.
started.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, I'm right here, just muted because my allergies are really flared up today. So
Okay, you're fine. So here's where the original quote request came in. So I'm going to respond to this. I'm going to say, And then you would add your quote. Pop it out so I could grab the quote. And then this is a house account as well. So I'm just going to send it on over to her. And then you would go into your estimates on E&T, you would look up the quote, and in your diary notes, you want to say that you sent your quote off to the customer. So you would hit add right here. And then you always date and initial. 0806. And that's anytime you follow up on any of your quotes, you want to leave a note so they can go back and see when you followed up and that you are following up on your quotes. And you always want to uncheck this so you can make your note. Because if you don't uncheck it, it won't do anything. It'll tell you to uncheck it. Move this over to my inbox, and then I'm going to file that away for able to. This is the special reports week for Rosvon that you get every morning. I'm going to skip over that. So, see my next email. The customer had reached out yesterday for a quote. Let's see. Here we go. It's similar to a part that we already do for him. I'm going to go ahead and open that up so you can see it. And I responded to him if he knew the PMS color for this green. Does not. I don't think we use hex color codes. Is that correct, LJ?
Correct. Hex color
Got it, because
codes.
it's for screens, right?
Yes, that is correct. It is for just the computer screen and anything that we do digitally online. It looks like they're giving the RGB color model as well too, which is kind of helps a bit, but not really. So we would actually, it would be best for them to provide us with a CMYK values, especially if we're running digital, or the PMS. Sometimes we can go by the CMYK values if we're doing a color match to a precise color. That will help us if they for screen printing. Let's see. Um, I can't hear you.
It's on mute. I'm pretty sure this is an outside order. Give me just a second. I think we get
I am
these
back,
from
by the way.
6B. Okay. Yeah, it's an outside order. So for this, LJ, would I go back to the customer and ask him for the CMYK or see if we can work with what we have?
So he does note on here, is this another label? It
Mhm.
says exactly the same specs and material as that label, but it's a different color. Is that what it is?
Yes, I can show you what the label looks like. It's blue instead of green.
Okay, then. So the original is blue, and now he wants this one to be green. Okay. Um, So the best thing would be to see if he happens to have a sample. If this is a new part as well, they probably won't. But if he has something that's similar to that color that he wants us to match to, he could send that to us. But if he has if it's a part that they've been producing for a while, a sample would be great so we can match that color specifically.
So then you would just respond back to the customer asking if he is able to provide a sample. Oh, dang it. Um, or you, wait, did that backwards.
And,
Capitalized.
and do you know what CMYK means, Daniel? Jay?
It's cyan, magenta, yellow, and black.
That is correct.
I didn't know that, but now I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just know it because I originally went to art school.
You'll get asked that a lot. When I first started, I got asked that a lot. We got a lot of little quizzes when we first started, but it helps you remember the different terms. Okay, let's see. Gonna ask that, and then I'm gonna let him know that we don't use the hex. Would it be hex number, LJ?
It's hexacode.
Hexacode?
Yes, but we could just do, yeah, you can just tell them the hexacode.
Learn
They go,
something new every day.
yeah, there's so many different ways to do colors, especially if you're doing digital, print, you know, I think in a, what is it, in any of the Microsoft applications, you do use a lot of RGB.
LJ and Sheila are really knowledgeable in the printing area because that's what they've been in for how long?
Uh, I would say for 25 years at least. Sheila longer than I have.
Such a cool industry.
I like to leave this here and I'll leave it flagged so I know that I'm waiting for a response.
Oh, okay.
That I'm just waiting on something. I'll leave it right there. Okay, let's see here. This is from Kay. Okay, so we had an order that uses little domes that we send off to our outside vendor. And Kay reached out, let him know that we had a new order and that we were going to send more domes. Our vendor said that, she was going to have to create a new PO and she's just responding to his email. But me and the sales rep are CC'd on this. So I don't have to do anything with this. And I'm going to file that away to my customer's file. Next, let's see. Okay, this is in regards to the email that I just filed away. She's asking me to get with the customer to find out how many domes they're going to be sending. And I'll just let them know that we need this amount of domes, but this would be preferred. I'm going to pop this out. And let's let's see, I'm gonna 5922. I'm gonna look up where I sent I guess it would help if I put the right job number right there, where I sent the customer confirmation. Camellia sent it, and I'm just gonna reply to this. And I know my buyer's name. Her name is Alexis. I'm just gonna ask her how many domes she's sending. And then I'm gonna let her know what Kay told me, which is right here, her part. Let me get this right. And then I'm gonna let her know we will need a and then I'm gonna let her know that we would prefer the 1,848 domes. And then Todd is sales rep. He's CC'd. I can take Camellia off this. Just gonna add that. And then I'll send it. And then I'm gonna respond to Kate to let her know that I reached out to the customer. And then I'll wait for a response for the customer. And then once I get a response, I'll let Kay know. And back to my inbox. Go. Here we go. Stacy, CMP Plastics. So we have this customer that would like to expedite 3 POs that we've entered. She's saying she would like it before 8/26. Typically, when we bring up an expedite, production would like to know when they want it in-house, and that's what I'm going to ask her, if she has a date that she needs the parts in. And then I will go ahead and print out the CD PDF for each order so I can take it to the 1 o'clock meeting. And then hopefully before the 1 o'clock meeting, she'll give me a date so I can relay that message over to production to see what's the best turnaround time we can give to her. And let me bring this down so I can see the PO numbers. Here it is. You go to job images and you want to open up the CD PDF. And then is what I do is I print this out and I'll put the customer name here along with the due date, and then I'll put the job number, and then I'll make notes of what the customer wants. And then I'll hand it over to Constance at the 1 o'clock meeting and ask her if we can improve on the ship date. So I'm going to go ahead and print that out. And then go to the next PO. Wait. 9. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to print out the CD PDF and I'll make all my notes on the actual paper. Here's the part. So how would that work for the guys, LJ, if they have something they want to bring to the 1 o'clock?
So, so I already have them set up for our 1 o'clock meeting time, so that way they can reach out to me or Sheila during that time and present it, and then we'll give it off to Constance as she comes around for the information. You did hear me right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just
Sorry,
making sure.
no one responded.
Will we be joining the one that meeting today? Because I see that we have at the same time a meeting with SAC, which I suppose is that meeting, and one with the estimate department, I think. No,
Yes.
sales department shadowing.
Yes, so no, you won't be jumping in with them on that one today, since right now you're still in training, so you don't have to worry about that until you actually start working with customers.
I'm gonna grab
Okay.
my papers. Hang on just a second.
So it would be the one with the estimating department?
Yes, you'll get on that one today.
Okay. Do I need to change my RSVP for the
Oh, no.
second for the CS meeting?
Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to, even though you have accepted it, it's just puts it on your schedule. You can
Yeah.
still go and just attend the estimating one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, believe me, I get booked for 2 meetings at the same time most of the time, and I have to just choose one at sometimes. So usually
Okay,
it's the one that's with the customers more important.
got it.
Okay, so I went ahead and I flagged that email and I'll wait for Stacy to respond to me. If she doesn't respond to me by the 1 o'clock, I'll just ask for the best date. And if there will be an expedite fee so I can relay that to the customer. My next email is from Nina. She sent over a quote request yesterday and there were a few questions. Let me open this up. Oh, where's the drawing? I'm sorry, guys. Here we go. So she sent over this logo and she would like the logo to be side by side with this QR code. So there were questions like, does she just want the circle? Does she want the full square background? What side does she actually want the QR code to be on, the left or the right? And then we had some background questions. And then you can see the email right here that Adam sent back to her yesterday. And then this morning she responded. Let's see. Logo and QR code side by side, logo first. You're going to want a black background for both elements, and she wants the full square. So I'm going to enter in a quote, and I'm going to add all this information to the quote for the guys. Let's see. Oh, bring this over. I'm going to go to estimates. And I do not believe we've quoted this before, but you always just want to make sure so you don't make a new quote when there's already a quote chain. No. And then I'm going to grab this one. Put part number there and it will search. Right here, she's asking for 2 quotes, same logos. It's just gonna, one is Pro Pack and one is with Driveway, and then they're both different sizes, so these are gonna go on 2 separate quotes. So I'm gonna add your the customer's part number. You would add a rev if there was a revision, but the Royal case typically doesn't have revisions. And then right here in my detailed descriptions, I'm gonna put exactly what she said. And I'll show you the quote in just a second. Let me put this in there real quick. And then I'm also going to include the size in the description. So I put everything she let me know right here. And then I'm going to add the size as well. Oh, and then I'm just going to copy that so I can add it here with quantities. Let's see, what were her quantities? Nope. 40 each. And we'll add that to the quote. Then you want to hit save. We want to add the customer. I don't know the customer's account number by heart, so I'm going to look them up. You hit select and it'll pop up right there. Yes. And then you want to put who the quote needs to go to. And this is Nina. This is new. And then you always want your estimate status to be pending. And this will be for MSI. You're going to hit save. And then I'm going to add the files to the estimate. I'm going to move this over really quickly. I should have saved them first. Go. This little box is throwing me off. So I have right here. This is a PDF, so you would put it in your PDF 2025 folder. Damn it, and then
So
the
any
J.
PDF that you receive, you send to that folder?
Yes,
Okay.
there's a lot. We just recently moved to a new folder because the old folder, when you would search something, it would take quite a while for you to find it. So there's my logo. I'm going to go ahead and add these into their folder. And I have them right here for quick access. Here, the other one was a PNG. So I just take it, drag it, and drop it. And now you would go to estimate images. You want to add. The first one we'll go to is the PDF, which is right here. And enter that. Okay. And then this is for the Pro Pack. Wait, where's my, here we go. We're gonna add again. Back, select, open. I don't know if there's, no, we're gonna hit okay. Close, and then you would be ready to send it off to estimating. But there's one more that we're gonna send off, so we'll make that quote as well. Excuse me. We're gonna add in their part number. Gonna copy that, bring it over here. They want a quote for 40 pieces. So that's what we're gonna add here. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, and then the account number is right here, so it's all I have to do. And then, oops, Nina. This is gonna be new. We wanna mark it to pending, and this is MSI. And then we're gonna add same notes from here, right here, except I'll put the right dimensions for this part. And as what I did is I opened up the quote and I just copied it so I could just paste it right here. And I did forget to put the date and my initials. Here is the size. So I have my part number. Let's make sure that's right. And then my size, I copy pasted it. And then we have all her notes. We're gonna save it. And here, and we'll add the files. Nothing popped up? That's why, Veronica. 005. And I clearly did something wrong here. Let's see what I did. I left out a 0. I can fix that.
So because you left out a 0, it didn't save at all?
No, it's saved, but because I was looking it up by their part number here, it doesn't pop up because I was missing a 0.
Oh, okay.
So I just went in and, so if I would have entered it without that third 0, it would have popped up. So I went back and I fixed it for their part number. Okay, now we can add some images. And here we go, driveway. And then we're going to add the PDF. And now we're ready to send this over to estimating. I'm going to go from the last correspondence. We're going to hit forward, add estimating. The sales rep for this account is Adam. I'm going to add Adam. And then I typically put the part number and the quote number. I know everybody does it different. So right here, there's our part number. And then the quote number for this part is right here. It's going to be 222166. And then you want to, well, add it right there. And then the quote number for the second part, 222167. I'm going to close the quotation. I'm going to add the part number, HC4. And then before I forget, you want to add the customer notes here. So I'm going to take this. And then, let's see, I will add this as well. I'm going to add this as well. So I'm going to take this and this. That way all the information's right there, and whoever is estimating these two parts, they don't have to go back down and read through your emails. Sometimes they won't, they'll just kick it back to you and ask you the question. So it's better to have all the information on your estimating email so they can see it. And then I'm just going to send
Got
it.
it.
And then I'm going to respond to Nina to let her know thank you for the information and that her request for quote has been submitted.
Uh, just to confirm, the fact that you have to add everything that is being requested in the quote in ENT, it does not mean that you can skip um, adding it on the email, correct? You have to do it in both places.
Yes, it's preferred for it to be in both places. That way, if somebody doesn't see that email, they're able to look into ENT and see all the notes right there.
Okay, thank you.
Just gonna say, if we have any questions, we'll reach out. Adam's on there, and this is another buyer from her company. Just gonna hit send. And then I'm gonna put it in my quote folder to know that I sent the quote. Okay. Oh, this is a question that I had asked LJ this morning about what the customer was actually needing. They were asking for Reach and Rojas for these part numbers, and I was able to get the report for these four parts, which are MSI parts. But for this last part, which is an MSD, it was not popping up in the system. So LJ reached out to Patrick for help, and then he is asking our IT guys why this isn't showing up. So I'll wait for another response, and I'm just going to leave this right here for me. And let's see, next email. Can I change? So he's asking to change his ship to from probably a FedEx delivery to an in-person pickup. So I'm going to come, let me move this over here. Go to all jobs. He has the job number right here, so that's the job number I'm gonna look up.
In-person pickup would be at MSI or MSD?
Yes,
Okay, so you do that.
they just want to personally come and pick it up as soon as the order's ready instead of us um, shipping it out.
Okay,
So this company's local.
got it.
Let's see. Oh, well, I can't change it because it's already in history. It went out early.
When that happens, which department would be in charge of hand delivering the
Well,
the
this
order?
customer would like to pick it up, so he would come to our facility to pick up the package.
Okay, and the shipping department would hand it over to them?
Typically, if it's not a big package, they'll come to the front office and the CS will hand it over to the customer to say hi and how you doing. It looks like this just got done today. What I would typically do is I would get up, run back there, grab the package and say, hey, the customer would prefer to pick this up. And then let the customer know that he can pick up the package today. And he's probably going to be really happy on that. So, do you want me to send an email or can I go back there and grab it?
You can go run back there and grab it.
Okay. I'll be right back.
So in this case, you guys, if y'all happen to have a customer that is local that you're dealing with and um, they email you or call you, say they want to pick it up, you can call us here at the office and we can work to help that happen if they need to.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Mhm.
I was just wondering, is it mainly because of the paper trail part? Yeah, like between the handing over between departments. So
Yes. So what we do is we'll when we normally when we ship things, we usually have a packing slip attached to the package with the
yeah.
shipping label for UPS or FedEx. But in the case of a customer coming to pick it up, or if one of us, sometimes I'll go and deliver parts to a customer, or sales will go and deliver it. The sales rep will go and deliver it. We have the packing slip on there, an extra packing slip so that the customer can sign off on it. And we bring
Okay.
that back here to the reception or Michelle, who's the receptionist. Also, she's part of our accounts receivables team, and she will scan it in with the job documents, so that way it shows that it was signed off for. In case we get an email back from the customer, they'd never received it or anything, we do have that
Yeah.
proof there. So. Mhm.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, that was my concern, my doubt.
Yes. Yeah, normally, yeah, we do have those from time to time. We'll have customers send their own carriers, their local couriers to pick it up and everything. And we do try to make sure that we have that available for them to sign off on, because between a third party picking it up and delivering it, sometimes those packages tend to get lost sometimes.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
It is basically. But now that we have it all organized and we have a requirement that it has to be signed off, when it's picked
Yeah.
up, that helps.
Yeah, yeah. I once had a job where my boss told me, like, if you're gonna be handing something over, there has to be a signature. Handing over or receiving something,
Hmm.
signature all the time.
Yes, definitely. Any questions so far?
Well, I had a question earlier on, but I didn't want to interrupt Veronica. I just, is Pantone code something that you do accept?
Yes, those are
Okay.
we highly request. Those are the ones that we prefer to have is the PMS color, so that
Oh,
Pantone
that's what
color.
it stands for. Okay.
Yeah, Pantone matching system is what it's
Yeah.
called. Hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we use that wording all the time, PMS, and that's the sometimes you'll hear the ANSI standard for colors, and that is more of a I don't use it that often, so I only know is the acronym. I don't really remember what the wording is, but it is in the terminology book that I sent you guys. So I have to go back and
Thank
look it up
you.
there too. That's more of a government regulated color for warning and caution labels. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. While she's back there looking for the package still, which since it's already got a tracking number, it should be on the UPS uh, cart for when they come by and pick up UPS later today. So, um,
Okay, I'm still here. I'm just not talking.
no, you're fine. That's okay. I'm just trying to think of other things that we were that she touched on and everything. Um, let's see. Yes, and sometimes we do get stuff done early, which is great for our customers. But we usually try to keep to the due date or the ship date as we have it in the system. Um, but there are times where we will complete it early and ship it early as long as the customer approves has a shipping window of, a few extra days, then we'll go ahead and ship it early, where we don't get counted against on that on our scorecard. Did you find it? It looks like she found it.
I'm back. Okay, so I went back and I talked to shipping. We got the package pulled. I'm gonna close this. And while I was back there, they went ahead and updated this. So it shows customer pickup. And now the tracking number is gone. We fixed the box. We took off the tracking number sticker. They printed out a packing slip for me because the customer will need to sign showing that he picked up this package. So now I can let Michael know that he can pick up his package today. And I'm just gonna let him know that I'm gonna um, have the package for him at the front desk, and when he arrives, Michelle, who is our receptionist, will come and get me.
On that note, I don't know if I don't think I heard you, Veronica, but normally I usually will send Michelle a Teams notice letting her know that a customer is coming to pick up, so that way she's not caught off guard, and that way she knows who to contact when once they get here.
I don't send her a Teams message. I just go up to her and I'm like, Michelle, I have a customer coming. This is the package. This is who's picking up.
Yeah, so everybody does it differently, as you can see.
And send. And then he'll probably respond, so and so is on their way. I'm gonna go ahead and file that one on over. I'm gonna take this over to Michelle really quick, let her know, and
Okay.
then we'll move on to the next email.
All right then. Mhm. So as you can see, it works out sometimes that when we're able to go back there and just grab the package for a customer and get it usually handled real quick. So again, if once you start working with your customers, you'll be able to let us know if we need to make any necessary changes here in order for them to come by and pick it up. Okay, she should be back shortly. Let's see. Um, yes, just to confirm, you will be meeting with estimating at 1 o'clock. It'll be Zach, Bob, or and Angus, and they'll go over how um, they work with customer service in regards to quotes, everything. And then after that, you will meet with Patrick with quality for part one of the quality session at 2 o'clock. And then Ashton, you'll meet with her, the sales part two at 4 o'clock today. Um, and that just depends on how far that runs. We'll meet up after that. All right, you're back on, Veronica.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, it looks like we have a PO from CAE. Gonna open that up. I always struggle with signing and saving their POs. Let's see. So the order is for one part, and that's it. We're going to check the pricing. I'm going to take their part number. Let's try that again. I'm going to take the two out. Let's see what comes up. Okay, we're at Rev H. We last quoted this in December of last year, and it's done in-house, so the quote pricing is still good. I'm going to go ahead and view the quote so I can make sure the pricing is correct. They have 870 for one piece 870. So we're good. Before I sign and save it and send it off to Camellia, I'm going to go ahead and check to see if we possibly have this in finished goods, though she checks it as well, but I'm just going to go ahead and see, and I can just give her a heads up that we have the parts in stock. And how did we have that? A space. Okay. And when you're looking up parts and finished goods, it has to be exactly how it shows up in ENT. So the reason it wasn't popping up earlier when I searched it in estimating is because there were no spaces. So that's why I went back and I looked. It shows here that there's spaces right here. And we have 5 parts. So when I send this over to Camellia, I'm going to go ahead and let her know that we have parts in extra stock. Hang on. Yeah, I have a question for LJ. Would you
Sorry,
kindly
I was just
remind?
I was okay. I'm sorry. I was just talking to Ashton, which you'll be meeting with her later today. Let's see. So what was the question, Veronica?
I always struggle with getting this saved.
Yes, and this is because they have it. So some of our customers will send in a document that's it's secured. So the best way to do this would be to go to uh, menu, go to print, then you're going to drop down your print choice to Microsoft, print to PDF.
Sometimes even when I do that, it won't save.
It should go ahead and hit print. Sometimes it just depends on the security options. This one, it looks like it just has because it's a signature on it.
And I'm saving this PO into our right here, our POs 2025. So it should be in here.
Yeah, so now you should be able to open that from there.
Success.
Yes, and then now it lets you sign it, and then you can save it again.
Okay.
Just mhm. Yeah, and it'll ask you if you want to save over it because it's already there. And yes, once you put your signature on it, that should be good.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and send this over to Camellia. And this is Adam's account, so I'm adding Adam. Gonna add the sign and save PO. There we go. And then I will acknowledge Colleen. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and add Adam since she didn't have him on here. And then I put that in my sent to Camellia folder. My next email, DXC Technologies. I'm not sure if this is my customer. The name does not sound familiar, so I'm gonna go ahead and look them up in the system. Oh, here, copy paste that, and I'm gonna cancel so you can see what I'm doing. Let's try that again. Are they not a customer?
Sometimes when you put, sometimes we'll get stuff for the parent company of a customer that we work with. So, one of the things that I do is I usually go, if we don't find them, I'll go on the internet and look like IMDS. What else do they have on there? Um, DX,
DXC.
DX. So did you try under DXC technology?
I did not. Nothing. Sorry, let
Okay.
me put this over here.
Okay, so now I'm going back and looking at this. This is actually something that so a few customers, it's kind of like the Ascent compliance, except this is for the automotive industry. Because now that I went to their website, Patrick has worked with them, and it's for the International Material Data System. So this is something you would need to actually forward to Patrick on this. And let's see, DXC technology.
Did you find it in our system?
I'm still looking. Hold on.
'Cause
Let's see. Okay, I think I found. I'm trying to see what they're. Okay, so trying to see if they have other companies that
do
may
you want to
be.
share your screen so they can see what you're
Oh yeah, let me do that.
here?
Okay, so I searched under. First, I searched for IMDS. When I clicked it, this is what I found, and this is the web. And again, once I saw this, I see the again because I've worked with them before on another customer that I have called Magna Seating, which they work with automobiles and stuff for the automotive industry. Um, I worked with Patrick on this, so that's what reminded me of what we actually had to do for it. So that's why I recommended to Veronica to send it to quality. As for DXC, they're not in our system for some reason. So I went and looked them up, DXC Technology online, found their web address and clicked on it to see. Because sometimes they'll list at the bottom their companies that they are part of. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of extra, searching to see what they are part of to find out if we have a customer, if they're one of theirs is our customer. Like under industries, you can see that they are part of aerospace, which we do have a couple of customers like that, energy and oil, healthcare. Trying to see if I can find hmm, about us. Sometimes that'll help. Mm, oh, uh, let's see. Let's look into this one real quick. Trying to find some way that has them connected to us is kind of the gist of what I'm trying to do. And it could just be that they are hmm, that they are not a customer of ours, but they may be worked with one of our customers, and they're just sitting out to a majority of vendors and suppliers for their customer. Um, uh, wow, they seem to have their hands in a lot of stuff. Hmm. So this may be an opportunity if they're not one of our customers, we can also send it off to Ashton and she can explore and get more into it to see if it's something that we would want to pursue. And she would set up a sales rep and a customer service rep to kind of reach out to them. Oh, let me do one more and see. TXC. Hmm. Sometimes we'll have information in our system and it doesn't look like it. So I would just, again, forward it on. Since I don't have any other information, I'll go ahead and forward that on to Patrick because of the International Material Data System info. And then copy Ashton on it, say this came in for a DXC Technologies. I don't show them in our system, and she may want to look it up, and she may and that way she can know that we have some there may be some interest for us in this company to reach out. All right.
I guess it would help if I unmuted myself. Let me. Oh, okay. So I'm adding in Ashton, and then let's see. And you said that this could be a good prospect or a good.
It looks like it. I'm just trying to see what their, I'm still on their website trying to see what else they have in there. They have a lot of industries that we can get, that we're part of, like medical and aerospace, that maybe besides just, um, yeah, see, this is why you never get me started on a search, because I will get into it and just go deep dive into it. Ask Sheila, she's done that to me several times.
No, I've seen it happen.
All right then. So before we get further into it, yeah, you can just, yeah, you can leave it at that on there.
Okay, here we go. And then I have a folder for my quality department since I don't have them, they're not in the system. So I'm going to put them with my quality department folder, and I'll wait for Patrick to get back to me on that. Go ahead, LJ. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm gonna put it on mute now.
okay. On to the next email. We have tracking for an order. This order was delayed, so let's see when it's going to be in house so I can let the customer know. Thursday. So since it's going to arrive here on Thursday, there's a good possibility that we can get it out on Thursday, or we might be able to get it out on Friday. So I'm just going to let the customer know that we'll have it shipped out on Friday to give us some time to get the order to shipping. This was an outside order, by the way. There's not really too much you can control with outside orders. You can continually follow up, but with outside vendors, it's just kind of, this is the date we gave you and they stick to it. So let's see. Verna had followed up on this right here. She followed up yesterday. And I'm going to reply. I'm going to add Todd. He's the sales rep. What is Friday, the 8th?
The 7th.
It's the 8th.
Is it the 8th?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I knew I was like, okay, so it is the 6th. Friday is the 8th. Okay.
And then as soon as I'll check on it once I know it's here. And the moment we have everything together and I have tracking, I'll send it over to her and let her know that her order is being shipped and here's your tracking. And then I'm going to unflag that and I'm going to file it away. Overhead door. Go. And then I'm going to file Kay's email away as well. And then my next email looks like we received a PO and the sales rep Todd already responded. Drop down, get a look at the PO. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my signature right there. Where's my estimating tab? Here we go. Close that. I'm gonna look up the part number, see when the last time we quoted it, and if pricing is correct. 2024, so we lost it. Wait, that's not the same company. 2023, it looks like we won that order, so I'm gonna go to the production order. And since it was back in 2023, we'll have to requote this part. Oh. So we last ran this in 2024. Rerun, what's the quantity? Let's make sure everything matches. There's not a rev for this one. They're ordering 2,750. So I'm gonna go to File, Convert into Estimate. Yes. Okay. Scott sent it to us, so the right contact is there. Let's see. 10,000. There's too much stuff in the way for me. So I'm gonna leave it at 2,500. Let's save it. And then I'm gonna add the PO number. Pending. This is gonna be a rerun order. And then I'm gonna hit save. And then I'm going to send it over to estimating. So we'll look up this quote again. And then I'm gonna add the new PO in there. Hit save. .co. And then I will forward this off to estimating and then respond to the customer that I received his PO and it's been submitted over to estimating for a price review. Do we want to continue going, LJ?
Yeah, so go ahead and start try to start wrapping up. And that way Jay and Daniel can have a small break before oh, actually yes, because we're fixing to go into lunch in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, a small break.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
Not right now.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you guys, and I look forward to working with you. And you can always reach out to
Thank
me with
you.
questions if LJ or Sheila is too busy, and I can definitely get you some answers.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you,
nice
Veronica.
meeting you too.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
All right, then. So again, just to confirm, you have we'll be heading to lunch shortly, and then after that, at 1, you'll be with estimating, and then quality at 2, sales at 4, and if depending on how long that lasts, we may just jump on for a few minutes just to make sure everything is okay for the next day.
Got it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, then. Well, enjoy your lunch, and we'll see you again later.
You too. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.